Well, hello, my beautiful people out there. Well, today I am doing a hot pot video, and I'm just paying a little homage to a lot of greenery, green vegetables to be exact. But I'm going to let you know what I got, and I'm going to talk to you for a little bit. How about that? Okay, let's see here. This is a raclette hot pot, actually. And also, in this raclette hot pot, you can put these under here, like if you want to do like little mini cheese things, something that's going to melt, you can use that for that. And then these racks here is if you want to put shrimp on top, if you want to put some beef, some thin strips of beef on top, and so forth. I am using the soup base for fish and cilantro hot pot. I hope you all can see that. But this is really good. I got this at the Oriental store. And I use green noodles. I used to eat a lot of ramen noodles at one time, but I eat a lot of green noodles now. But I'm going to go ahead and let me tell you what I got. I already have the enoki mushrooms in the hot pot. I have some green mussels. They're frozen. Some green noodles, y'all. They're chewy. They're good for you. And I have some Brussels sprouts. Broccoli. And I like the stalk, so I steam those too. And under there I have some shrimp that I steamed. I know it's not green, but just work with me. I have some spinach, some green onions, some cucumbers, and of course some bean sprouts. I have some hot green tea in my Japanese teapot. Of course, Dasani water, cucumber water. And along with that, I have some seaweed paper, or nori strips as they call them. And what I did was I buy them in the sheet. I buy them in the sheet like this. You know, so for sushi. And then I just cut them up like in bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and say my grace and start getting it started. Also, I have some lettuce wraps if I want to do the wrap or whatever. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for it all. Now, I needed to get a spoon, so I'm going to have to... I'll be right back, you all. Right back. Over. Said my prayers and everything. So, and of course this is me, and my hands are clean. And I can tell you, you know what I'm going to tell you. It smells heavenly in here. And that's just from the sauce. Just from the sauce. I'm going to put I put some spinach in there. I'm going to put some green onions. Like I said, I already have some enoki mushrooms. And I'm going to put a couple of cukes in there. Got some mussels. That's just the garlic on there that is frozen, you all, that you see. I did these before in my, that's enough for now. in my seafood boil when I did the homemade seafood boil. And I'm going to put some Brussels sprouts in here. I love Brussels sprouts, y'all. This is just for the crunch, but you know I love it. Absolutely love it. Smells so good. Yes, like I said, I used to eat those ramen noodles. Because I can fix them, make you feel like you having a feast. But I found these green noodles and I got them on Amazon. And they have different flavors. Today I'm just eating the green noodles. But they have yakitori, not yakitori, yakisoba flavor, miso, of course the regular green, let me see, the tom yum. And although they have their packages in there, this is the green noodles, broccoli, and then the stalks, because I love the little broccoli stalks. But like I said, I steamed those already. I'm almost running out of room, y'all, but I can adjust. We'll put that there. And of course, I steamed some shrimp too in my little bamboo steamer. I love this way of cooking, y'all, of cooking and eating. So I didn't put any seasoning on the shrimp, of course, because that hot pot juice and everything is going to seep right up in those shrimp, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be absolutely awesome. You know, I have this kimono behind me as my backdrop. It is a genuine kimono. I purchased it in Okinawa, Japan when I was there years ago. My first tour, one of my first tours over there. Absolutely loved Okinawa, Japan. I loved it. The culture. And I think you all heard me say this on some of my videos, how much I love Okinawa, Japan. And I think that when you're able to get in a company tour, which means that you're able to take your family, I think the kids should experience that lifestyle. My youngest daughter was born in Okinawa, Japan. But look at this. This is like I'm at home. I'm at a restaurant, y'all. And I'm right here in my living room. But I want to show you all what I got. What I have here. I have the green noodles, mussels, spinach, broccoli, some green onions. Ooh, and the smell is just amazing. Shrimp. The smell is amazing. And you know, it's all about that broth. Yes. But back to Okinawa, Japan. Like I say, I loved it. The food, the culture, the people. So humble. So humble. Mm-hmm. I'll put a cucumber in there too. But I'm going to tell you, that little hot pot packet is spicy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But speaking of ramen noodles, y'all, I was in, lived in Hawaii, right? And it's a beautiful place. Beautiful. Not for a brown girl like me to live, but it's a beautiful place. And their McDonald's on base, y'all. They're probably out of town too. But their McDonald's had ramen noodles because you know that they're the spam capital of the world. Hawaii is. And everything is with spam. They have ramen noodles with spam, onion, green onions and all that. McDonald's had that in their drive-thru. And I would be right there buying it. They also used to have those McDonald's the Sonic cucumber water, y'all. McDonald's also used to have the salads in a cup, in a clear, clear cup, and you can just shake your little salad dressing up in there. But it was awesome, so convenient. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all. But you just don't know. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Just don't know what you're missing. But yeah, Okinawa, Japan, every year they would have a tent sale, like in October. So they'd have an electronics tent sale. So they would have all kind of electronics, but then they would have other things as well. Or they would have a DRMO sale. And you can get some good things from there. Mm-mm-mm. Look, I got this whole hot pot to myself. I gotta tell y'all, it's February, almost February, and I want to share with you the importance of heart health. It's important year-round. However, since I'm in that statistics, please support heart health, not just with women. I ask that you do it not just for women, but for everyone. We're all human beings. February is Heart Health Month. February is also Valentine's Day. And sometimes if you don't have any limes, fresh limes, I like to use this to just, put a little bit in my soup. Especially when I'm having seafood. Let me get it open first. But that, and then with the broth, it's just like you're squeezing a lime in your soups that you get, But yeah, anyway, February is American Heart Association Heart Health Month. Support women's heart health, support everyone's heart health. Also, February is Valentine's Day. And speaking of Valentine's Day, I'd like to share something with you, if I may. I'm a storyteller. I always have been. Well, I ain't gonna say always have been. I'll say I think I discovered my storytelling talents as a teen. I started out writing poems. However, excuse me, they were sad and dreary and weary poems, because that was what I was going through in my life at the time. But I've always loved to write. And I've always been observant. That's probably why my background is criminal justice. So I've been those things. My sister said at one time she thought that I would be a journalist. Well, I'm not a journalist, but as I told you, I love stories. I love to write what do you call it? Jingles. Jingles, yes. Like for commercials and all that. I love doing that kind of stuff. Because I can write. I can write about anything. Just give me a subject. The only thing I don't do is, I guess it'll be a good idea to take a class in, what do you call it? Like Wayne Brady them do. Take a class like that in acting. But I love writing. I love learning new things. But speaking of writing, several years ago, excuse me, I wrote a book. Yes, I did. I wrote a book. But it's not one for the weary. It's not a children's book. Although I can write those too. But it's a book and it's available on Amazon. And it's titled A Taste for You. A Taste for You by Jazz. Now, put the disclaimer out there right now. Again, It is not for children. Okay? It is not for children. It is published, of course, because it is on Amazon. And please, I invite you to please go check it out. If you look it online, if you pull it up online, you'll be able to read a little bit about the author, which is me. You know, you ever wonder how sometimes the simplest things could be so good? That's what I mean with this. The simplest things could be so good. The simplest things could be so good. I want me another clean. Oh, let me get that. Yep. Get that puke. And some enoki. Look at that. See if I can get a little bit more. See, you have to just break it up like that. Because you don't put no oil in there to separate it. And like I said, with the broth from these green noodles, they have a packet in there with whatever the flavor is. But I usually just make up my own broth. I usually just use the noodles and make my own broth. And maybe do it with some vegetables and some piece of beef or something like that. Or some shrimp. Like I said, that can make you feel like or that you done had a serious meal when I make them ramen noodles. I can make them all kind of ways. Although my specialty that I love is making them with soups. Mm. I told you. That broth was going to get sucked into that, get into the shrimp and the cubes. That beeping that you hear is the trash man coming. The trash man coming. I have to have some bean sprouts to cool my mouth down a little bit. I have a handkerchief here today, you all. And it's called, excuse the stains, Heart Healthy Herons and Heroes. And this is one of the napkins, one of the things that I have as far as merchandise, because my plan is to make my organization a Heart Healthy Heroes and Heroes into a 501(c)(3). I have had a heart walk when I was doing a fundraiser, so it's something that I want to start to have every year. So in the near future, look for that. 501(c)(3) cost, so just look for that. Watch this, y'all. I'm telling you. The noodles have some type of greens, I It's not dye component in it that I know nothing about. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it. Not sure on the pronunciation and all that. And the scientific thing behind it. But I got the seaweed wrap with some shrimp. And it's supposed to be a one biter. I bet that'll be good with. Yeah. I get it. I know that eating healthy is expensive because, you know, vegetables and fruits, a lot of times they're more expensive than the meats. Maybe that's why it prompts some people to go vegetarian. I just put some green noodles and some spinach right on that, right inside this seaweed wrap or nori wrap. All these things have health benefits, y'all. Great health benefits. Ooh wee. Look at that. Come to mama. Come to mama. I know you hot, but you coming to me. Telling y'all. Get y'all a little hot pot. And when you're coming home from work after a long day, you don't want to put nothing on the stove or cook nothing fattening. The night before, cut you up some vegetables and, you know, maybe get you some thinly sliced meat or something like that. I buy that shaved pork because the shaved pork is real thin. Instead of having the butcher go and slice it for me. Well, yeah. Get you some of that. And then when you come home, do you a nice little, a nice little hot pot. If you have friends over, you can always have a little hot pot party. You know? Yeah. You can always have a little hot pot party. Look at that. And I'm really not a bread person, so this right here, I try to use lettuce wraps and stuff like that when I can, or the tortilla bread. But this is a nice little investment. Very nice investment. I like my food hot, y'all. I will get you trying to get moved. You all ever, hold on, I made a mess over here. Ever eat something and it's so tasty, but you're getting full, and you're telling yourself, you know what, you need to stop, but it's so good. That's what I'm experiencing right now. And I'm going to tell you something, you know, it's so good I forgot my thought. But healthy. I don't eat perfect every day. I don't eat like this every day. But I try to eat as healthy as possible, meaning if I go out oh, excuse me. If I go out to eat, I'll try to get something that's going to be healthy, that's healthy for me. I try to eat as healthy as possible in that way. You know, when I first started watching YouTube, I used to watch just how to get things made, or like how to crochet, because I used to crochet years ago, but I had forgot. So like weaving, crocheting, things like that, or just how to, or certain foods, you know, like that. Excuse me. Never really watching, you know, having a particular YouTuber in mind to watch. Excuse me. However, I ran across a YouTuber, I believe she's Chinese, and her name is Miss Yeah, Yeah. Miss Yeah, very smart. Oh my gosh. You talking about articulate and smart. And she speaks very good English. Yes, Miss Yeah speaks very good English. But Miss Yeah is in an office setting, and everything she cooks is in the office. It's not in an office setting, but she takes from the office and she uses it to her advantage, and she cooks. Like she wouldn't, excuse me, she wouldn't use this hot pot. No, no, no. She would make like a water cooler at the office. She would make that into a hot pot. Oh yeah, this lady has skills. I mean, skills on top of skills on top of skills. And I like watching stuff like that. And then there's another young I think she's Vietnamese. But she has a channel, which is a lot of channels out there, you know, foreigners cooking, like in the mountains and things like that. But this young girl, she cooks for her family, her grandparents, her parents, her brother, her little brother. And the question is, what can't she cook? Because she cooks everything. What kind of food can she make? Very, very interesting. Now, I do love green tea. I do love green tea. Mm-hmm. That's soothing. Some of them in Japan, they like that. You know, they have a tea ceremony. A tea ceremony in Japan. It's like not everybody can get into um, knowing how to serve tea, make tea, serve tea, and things like that. Elite club. Just like they have a school, or you can study up under someone to learn how to make ramen. Remember that young lady, that actress, Brittany Murphy? Very talented young lady. Anyway, she passed away some years ago, several years ago. And, but she had a movie, and it was called, I think, Ramen, like ramen for ramen noodles. She was in Japan, and she was being taught how to make ramen noodles by a ramen noodle master, you know. And they would have, because the Japanese there in their community, they would have what they call large competitions, a real big competition. So the man that's teaching her, so that's his student. So she'll be competing against someone else, another shop owner's student, and so forth. But the thing of it is that, or was that she was American, so they didn't think that she would be able to pull it off. But she learned how to make the ramen soup. And you know what I say, you all. Excuse me, it's about that broth. And bone broth is the best. Is the best. Now, I could tell you some of the different ways I make my noodles. Just imagine if it's ramen noodles, y'all. And, you know, I make them soup, baked with soup. Like one way, one way I've had my ramen noodles. Don't judge me, because I'll tell you, I think a lot of us have had that time in their life when things wasn't right, too right. So you had to do what you had to do. And I had eaten ramen noodles probably about 2 weeks straight. So of course, I was creative. And yeah, that's the Libra in me. So what I did, after you cook the ramen noodles, put them in a bowl. You put half of them in a bowl. Put the little juice in there. You put some tuna, on top, some cheese, the rest of the noodles, the rest of the tuna and cheese. and then put that broth back in there. I'm just saying. But at the time I used the packets. Because you know the packets has the most sodium in there. But I tell you, you try it, I think you may like it. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to like it. Ramen noodles, while they're boiling, scramble you up an egg. Drop some egg in there. I'll be with you in a second, Cooper, okay? Give me a second. So, oh yeah, with the ramen noodles. So, like I said, I made them all kind of different ways. You know, like I said, you can drop some egg in there as they're cooking. Then you have like an egg drop soup with the noodles. Excuse me. Also, boiled eggs and put in there, and some vegetables like broccoli and so forth. It's pretty good too. Oh yeah. Some like that don't care for the ramen noodles in the soup. See, look at that spinach. I love spinach. I gotta put some more spinach in there. I love spinach. Yes, I do. But yeah, ramen noodles. You know, speaking of noodles, when I got here to North Carolina, well, I have been here for a while. And what do we have? Chicken and dumplings. You all know chicken and dumplings. If you're from up north or from the Midwest, chicken and dumplings is pastry, right? It's flour and stuff that you mix up and you dump them in hot water. Chicken and dumplings, right? I was working this job in Morehead City. Decided to go out for lunch. And I saw that they said they have pastry, what they call it? Some places they call it chicken and dumplings. So that threw me way off. So I was expecting the chicken and dumplings like I used to make. Authentic. Chicken and dumplings here in North Carolina is those wide noodles. Those wide noodles with like a little white cream sauce. That's what the chicken and dumplings is. But I was tricked. I've been tricked here in North Carolina with some of these foods. I'm gonna tell you, when I first a little while after I got here, and I was like, oh, I want some barbecue. I miss the barbecue like home. I want some barbecue. So everybody, all the locals are saying, yeah, go out to this place. Go get you some barbecue, Yankee. And I said, okay. Now, granted, y'all, I grew up on ribs with the bone in. I don't know no other way, except for McDonald's ribs, but ribs, rib tips, link sausage, again, rib tips. I order my food. I go to the restaurant. I order my food. I am like ready for my barbecue because I know it's gonna be a slab of ribs on there. I know it. Y'all. How about they gonna give me some shredded pork? Y'all know how shredded pork even smells? Over the years, when they say you want a barbecue sandwich or something like that, I was like, you mean a shredded pork sandwich? Then to top it off, I had coleslaw on my food, on top of my meat. Well, I didn't fuss. I think I was in too much shock to fuss. So what I did was, I said to myself, "Sil, you got the wrong order. It's just a minor mistake. They gave you the wrong order. That's all. They just gave you the wrong order. No big deal. We can rectify this in 2 shakes, right? In 2 shakes, we can rectify it." No, ma'am. They said this is barbecue. And I don't know, that's been some years ago. Let me conjure up and see if I give you the look that I gave them. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I was shocked. Thank you, Dasani. Dasani to the rescue. But yeah, I was shocked. So, I said, okay. I know from now on, is this all of North Carolina or is this just this area? No, this is all of North Carolina. Okay. Let me tell you about the time my first tour in Okinawa, Japan. And you know, everyone, civilians, their spouses, their children, when you step on that island, everyone gets an orientation, right? So, letting you know what to do, what not to do, what will offend, what not to, will offend. Honey, let me tell you, I was all everywhere. I had me a good time. But I want to tell you, the first time I went out in town and I had to use the bathroom and I did not know the word to use. Y'all, I have been shopping, trying to shop till I drop, honey. And I go out in town where all the Okinawans at, ain't no Americans. I go into one of the shops because I had to use the bathroom so bad. She didn't speak English. I didn't speak Japanese. So, you talking about having to put acting skills on. I looked and I thought that maybe because I said Maybe because I mouthed the words that was going to make the person understand English. No. I said, I got to sit bathroom. Then I started doing this type of thing. That didn't work. I said, I got an idea. Because I was with someone. I said, I got an idea. So I was standing in front of the person, and I started moving and showing that I was pulling my pants down and squatting. Oh, yes, 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 yes. And as a matter of fact, it wasn't a female, it was a male. And he thought it was the funniest thing. But I was like, I don't care, y'all can laugh, because I'm laughing all the way to the bathroom. However, it's not your regular bathroom now. No. That'll be too easy. That's when I learned that some people water in the hole have holes and stuff as a toilet. Save me, Jesus. I had a Marine to fall in there in one of the, what they call the bento ditches. There alongside the street in Okinawa, y'all. And there's sewage in there. If you fall in there, you know what you're going to come out looking and smelling like. Don't be mad because nobody want to be your friend at that time. I want some shrimp, not shrimp, some spinach. But yes. Very, a lot of good memories of Okinawa. And that's why I say to my daughter, my youngest one, is, yeah, enjoy your life. She says, Mom, I'm here. Yes, good for you. Enjoy your life. Have fun. I'm telling you, there's no need to wish for, dang, you get older, you be like, I should have did that. Oh, I want to go do this. I want to do that. The only person stopping you from enjoying your life is you. Now, if you say, well, who's going to give you the money to be traveling to go this? It's not even about that. If you can't go to Paris, bring Paris to you. Until you can go. Enjoy your life. You have your very own stage right in front of you. You have your very own stage right in front of you. And you can set up the scene however you want. Uh-oh. That's okay. Now these nori strips, they can also be crumbled up or cut up or whatever over rice. Over rice, over noodles. Very spicy, but very good. Look at the spinach. All things green. And y'all know, I never did a thumbnail. But I need to stop. All things green, my system should be okay today. I got this hot pot at Amazon some time ago. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it's not much. Because y'all know I like to know where my money is going. And I don't spend frivolously. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Excuse me. Just want you to see a better way, you know, just another way, not a better way, but just another way to eat healthy. And you get to have a few of your favorites or whatever, you know, and to have them however you want them cooked. But most of all, then you have fellowship, you know, if you're doing it with someone else. So that's always awesome. And don't forget your hot tea, hot green tea. I love hot green tea or green tea before they even start saying that it fights cancer and things like that. Very nice and soothing. I'm going to eat the rest of that off camera, but because it is good. And I don't want it to go to waste. Please don't forget to go. Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you? Oh, I did tell you about my book, right? I am looking for your support. This is my book. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to always be good to yourself. Because you have to be good to yourself before you can be good to anybody else, right? So I hope you all having a blessed day. And look for my video coming up. I'm doing a video on dads. Dads, daddies, fathers, poppies, babies, boos, boo-boos. Whatever their enduring name you have for them. But I'll be doing a video on that. So look for it. It's going to be pretty cute and interesting, to say the least, if I say so myself. But until then, make sure you have yourself a good time, okay? Yes. Make sure that you are happy. Do things to make you happy. Do things to put a smile on your face sometimes, all right? But until then, I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. And you all stay blessed. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for rocking with me. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share. Did I say share? Don't forget to share with any and everyone that you know. Let them know what this YouTube channel is about. Flawed Beautifully, out here trying to make a difference to people who have heart disease. Trying to let them know that if they change their lifestyle, they can live a more abundant life. And that just means eating right, or a little more healthier, exercising, nothing strenuous. Even if you're going to the grocery store, say you park a little distance from the grocery store door. That's all. But until then, you all take care of yourself. And again, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share. And peace and blessings to you all. Oh yeah, this is good. So good. So good. That was so good, Cooper.